appreciate you being here, since this program is optional and discusses best practices for your consideration. If you are thinking of adopting any of them, please make sure to review the requirements in your area/region with your broker, branch manager, or manager, including those related to contacting consumers. We do want to highlight the importance of the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, better known as TCPA. The general rules are that it's okay to call people if the person recently gave you their phone number, but remember to check the DNC list regularly if they haven't spoken to that person in a while. You will also want to check the DNC list anytime you don't have permission. Automated calling/texting platforms should never be used. Pre-recorded messages and artificial voices should never be used. You will be personally liable for any violations of the TCPA. We'll mention the TCPA a few times throughout this presentation. MoxiPresent is the robust real estate comparative market analysis, also known as CMA, tool that enables affiliated agents to seamlessly guide their clients through the home buying or selling journey. This easy-to-use presentation builder can be used to create CMAs, open house presentations, listing presentations, neighborhood buyer tours, and relocation presentations. Today, we will demonstrate how to edit your personal information that feeds to your presentations, create a listing presentation, including a CMA, add and organize the presentation pages, and demonstrate how to share the presentation in both print and digital formats. Let's dive into the live demo. Log into Desk at mycvdesk.com and click on the MoxiWorks Product Suite tile. Before we begin, please keep in mind that your MoxiWorks Product Suite profile receives data from Desk Profile Manager. Therefore, it's crucial to make updates in Desk initially to ensure they are reflected here. There are a few settings that you can edit here, starting with your nickname display settings. Clicking on the pencil icon allows you to change how your name is displayed throughout the MoxiWorks product suite. You may select your preferred display name. Don't forget to hit save after making any changes. Next, let's talk about granting account access. You have the ability to provide account access to anyone for your MoxiWorks product suite account. This includes individuals such as your branch's staff or marketing specialist. To begin, navigate to your account settings and select Account Access. Choose Manage My Account Access. Next, click Invite. Search for the person by name. Click Add, and then hit the Invite button. They will receive a notification both in their email and on their MoxiWorks product suite profile. The next section we will cover is My Brand. The first thing you may edit here is your signature. You have the option to choose from the provided templates, create a custom signature, or choose the basic signature. If you choose to create a custom signature, be sure to hit save when you are finished. Your signature will be applied to all of listing presentations sent via email, and this will also apply to your signature to emails that you send in Moxie Engage. At the top of the screen, you'll notice an option to upload your logo. Here, you can choose to upload a dark version for a light background or a light version for a dark background. If you don't have a different logo for each background shade, you're welcome to upload the same logo for both. Click on MoxiPresent in the top navigation bar. Click the Create New button at the top right corner here. You will be provided with a few different presentation types. Select Seller, then select Coldwell Banker Brokerage Templates from the dropdown. Since we aim to incorporate comps, let's opt for the option labeled Seller Presentation. Choose the presentation that aligns best with your region. We suggest using either the subject property's address or the client's name for the presentation name. Just be aware that when shared with the client, they will be able to see the name. In the Listing Source section, it should default to your primary multiple listing service. If you don't see it, contact your office staff for help in correcting this to access multiple listing service data in Moxie. Select how you want square footage compared in your presentation. The subject properties and comparable properties square footage will display based on your selection. Once you're done, hit Create. It may take a few seconds to load while your presentation is being created. Now you can start progressing through the steps to create a listing presentation. There are two ways that you can populate the subject property data. You can either import data using the multiple listing service number from the last time the property was on the market, or you can enter the information manually. First, let's demonstrate how to import data using the multiple listing service number. Enter the number and then click on Copy. You'll notice that the property information loads from the last time the property was on the market. It's crucial to verify all the information to ensure its accuracy. There might have been additions to the home or significant upgrades made. If any updates are needed, you can make them manually. An image will be uploaded directly from the multiple listing service, but you cannot use that photo without written permission from the listing agent. Instead, please upload your own photo or proceed to replace it with the default image. Another method to input property information is manually. Having more information is preferable, and it's essential to provide the property's address in the location section. It's strongly advised to input the property type, beds, baths, and square footage. If possible, upload an image of the subject property that you have rights to use in the top right corner. Otherwise, you can use the default image. After completing all the necessary information for your subject property, scroll to the bottom and click Continue to proceed to the Search tab where you will select your comps. After you've added a subject property to your seller presentation, the next step is to add comps. The Search tab is where you can choose your comparable properties. The default search area is around the subject property. You can utilize the search bar at the top and input a city address or zip code. If you'd rather conduct your search in your multiple listing service, you can extract the numbers from there and enter them as a comma-separated list. Click the magnifying glass to initiate your search. You can also use the map on the right-hand side to conduct your search. Feel free to click to zoom in and out using the plus or minus signs. When hovering over the map, a small hand icon appears, allowing you to move the map around. As you move the map, your search result will adjust to show new listings. You'll notice a school icon. Search for the graduation cap icon to view public and private schools. Filter listings by school or district boundaries. You can also search for listings within specific areas using draw tools. Start with quick draw, like drawing on paper. Use clear or exit if needed. Try multi-draw to create unique shapes, closing them by returning to the starting point. Adjust each point to refine your search. You can have multiple drawings on one map. Click the boomerang icon to continue drawing. Use clear or exit if needed. Use the radius option to search within a circular area. Place your center point and drag to adjust. Click the white dots to expand or narrow your search. Then click Run Search. You can also clear, redraw, or exit. Review the search results on the left to see the number of listings displayed. Active listings are shown in green, pending in yellow, and sold in red. Gray indicates all other statuses, such as expired, canceled, or contingent. Utilize the filters above the search results to refine your search. Click Apply once you've made your selections. To include comparable properties in your presentation, the typical method is to click the plus icon over the property image of the listing you wish to add. Alternatively, choose Include All to add all properties from your narrowed search at once. Added properties will be marked with a green check mark. If you'd like to remove a property, simply click the X icon on the property image. If you want to get more information on the property, you can click on Details. After finishing selecting your comps, click Continue to proceed to the Listings tab and view the number of comparable listings added to your presentation. Once you've chosen your comps, you are ready to organize them on the Listings tab. The subject property will always reside at the top of the page and the comps will be shown underneath. On the right-hand side, you'll find the listing summary, providing a snapshot of the low, average, and high prices of the comps you've selected in your search. Use it for quick comparison to identify any outliers among the comparable properties. You have several options to adjust the display order. Firstly, click the pencil icon to rearrange the presentation status order via drag and drop. Additionally, you can further organize the properties using the Order by drop-down menu. You can order the listings manually by first selecting Custom Order from the Order by drop-down, then drag and drop the listing into place. If you want the web and print versions of the presentation to appear in the same order, make sure that the display order is reflected in the Order by. If you would like to include a listing that is not included in the multiple listing service, you may do so by clicking the Add Custom Listing button in the top right corner and filling out the information. For each comp, you can edit the remarks imported from the multiple listing service. The Add/Edit Adjustment option allows you to adjust the listing price if necessary. The listing details provide a summary of the property. Click Continue when you have finished reviewing your selected listings to proceed to the Estimate tab. After you've chosen and organized your comps, you will continue on to the Estimate tab. The Estimate tab will show an estimated market value for the subject property based on the comps. You can delete, adjust, or set it to be a range. If you're familiar with the property and confident in the list price, you can edit the price on the screen. If you haven't seen the property and prefer adding a price range, you can do so. If you choose not to enter anything, be prepared to remove the pricing analysis page. The next available option is the estimated net proceeds. If you have information about the home, such as the mortgage payoff and other costs, you can fill this out. It will appear in the presentation as a seller net sheet. If you don't have these details, you may leave it blank, but be prepared to remove the net proceeds section from the presentation. When finished, click on the Continue button to proceed to the Pages tab. The last stage in tailoring your seller presentation involves personalizing the arrangement and content of your presentation pages. All report pages are displayed on the left-hand side. The general order of the listing presentation begins with your information at the top, followed by company details, and ends with the CMA portion at the bottom. You can rearrange pages by clicking, holding, and dragging them to the desired order. To remove pages, click on the X. If you accidentally delete a page, it can be added back later. As mentioned earlier, net proceeds and pricing analysis are the two pages you may want to delete if no information is provided for them. Some pages on the CMA feature a pencil icon for editing, such as the listing overview. When you click Edit, you can choose to include or exclude the photo section and limit the number of photos per listing. This feature is useful for controlling the number of images included in each comp, especially for print presentations. At the top of the presentation, you'll find a section labeled Add a Page. This is where you can access the library of Moxy pages that can be added to your presentation. To add a page, click Add Page and select Add from Library. Note that the added page or pages will be inserted after the currently highlighted page in blue. You can always use the drag and drop feature to reorder your presentation later. The report pages are standard for your selected presentation type. Pages marked with Add can be included, while those marked with Remove can be taken out. You can always click on any page in the library to preview it and choose to view it in web or PDF formats. Many agents opt to include the Listing Concierge page in the seller presentation. This page is accessible in the Coldwell Banker Library. You can add your own pages from existing PDFs on your computer, ideal for showcasing marketing materials you've created or obtained through Design Concierge. To do this, click Add Page, then Create New and Upload PDF. The page upload limit is 20 pages. Choose a file from your desktop and click Upload to add to your presentation automatically. Once you have a listing presentation the way you want it, you can save the presentation as your own personal template for future use. To do this, scroll to the bottom and click Save Template. Here, you can name your template and choose which presentation type to file it under. When you create a seller presentation in the future, you'll find it under My Templates. You'll still need to add the comps, but the page customization and order will already be set for you. Returning to our original presentation, after you've completed your listing presentation, you can view it in web or print format. The web format enables you to share the URL online or via an email. You'll have two PDF print options, portrait and landscape. If you choose to print, please allow some time for your PDF to download. Since the PDF is typically large, we advise against downloading it and emailing it. Instead, you can directly email it through MoxiPresent under the Send option. The More tab allows you to do the following: create a quick flyer, assign the presentation to someone else, and add a co-presenter. You will have many options for the quick flyer layout. Assigning to another agent will move this presentation from your account to the selected agent's account. Co-presenting agents will have their bio pages shown in the web and print versions of the presentation.